Thank you very much for joining us. Yesterday, you made a prediction, 3-1 in favor of the Bafana Bafana of South Africa. The only thing that came through from a prediction was that there were 4 goals scored in that game, and of course, both of them shared the goals. What was the reaction from South African fans? Because in Ghana, Ghana lost their game against Angola, and the fans disrupted the stadium. They scattered everywhere, threw bottles onto the football pitch, and caused a major havoc right there on the pitch. So what was the reaction from South African fans looking at that draw with their opponents, Uganda?
Well, the reaction was a positive one, and I think it was solely because of that last minute goal. That it got the stadium rowdy, and it gave the fans something to celebrate and something to be happy about. Obviously, not happy with the draw. We could have done better, especially in the first half. We created. We had an opportunity to go into the halftime leading by more than 1 goal, but then because of complacency and all of that, just being a little bit rusty, we couldn't crack the code. But the reaction from the fans in general, it was a positive one. Obviously the fans expect the team to go to South Sudan and come with nothing less than 3 points.
All right. Looking at that 3 points that South Africa do search for, Hugo Bruce also mentioned something that the team was a bit complacent right there. But of course, they were able to bounce back to ensure that they got a 2-2 draw. But looking at the positives to take from this one now, heading into the next match, is it going to be a win situation for South Africa?
Well, we saw some of I think most of the guys that changed the game, our substitutes, they were very positive, they came on and changed the complexion of the game, created quite a lot of chances. So it will be up to the coach going to the next game, and I'm sure he will make a little tweaks to his starting lineup going to the next game, and I'm not sure about the goalkeeping department as well. Because the goalkeeper was also, he was down, understandably so, because of that howler that he did. And I don't want to blame the goalkeeper too much. He's still rusty. He hasn't played any competitive matches this season, So yeah, man, it's just a matter of back to the point of the coach, just approach the game with a good attitude, and you get a positive result.
Yeah, getting a positive result. Now, you saw that game, and what would be your expectation? Because South Africa needs to qualify for the next AFCON. They finished 3rd in the last one that was held in Cote d'Ivoire. They need to qualify for the next AFCON and also improve on the FIFA rankings. But from what you saw yesterday, is there hope for the qualification for South Africa?
Definitely, definitely. Like I said also yesterday, that when you look at all the 4 teams in the group on paper, South Africa is by far the best team, the better team, when you look at it on paper. So we still have the chance, we didn't lose the game yesterday. So South Africa can still deliver a result. They can still top the group. It's just a matter of going on Tuesday's game, make sure that they start the game the way they ended the game yesterday. Start on a high note, get an early goal, and try and close shop, as soon as they get their goals, So it's just a matter of them applying themselves in a positive way and going out there with a positive attitude. So I might see South Africa winning the group. I'm still confident based on the players that they have and the quality that they have, so, and how they've been doing for the past couple of months under Coach Hugo Bruce.
Right, you talk about South Africa being the favorites to actually win the group. Jidechi is right here in the studio, and I'm sure he would also remember that this was the same thing we said with Nigeria, the Super Eagles of Nigeria, being the best team in the group they belong in the World Cup qualifiers. But of course, Nigeria has not been able to pick any result, any win since the World Cup qualifier started, Jidechi.
I mean, it's one of those things you go in as nationals, we go in hoping for the best, hoping that we are far better than everyone. I think it's just one of those things. But then when football dawns on you, it then occurs to you that perhaps it's not you that is playing on the pitch, and at the end of the day, you cannot exactly play out what is going on in your head. It's one of those things we get to see. Sometimes things go right, sometimes things go wrong. For South Africa right now, things are not going right. For Nigeria, in the World Cup qualifiers, things are not going right. But sometimes you also get that chance to redeem yourselves, and that's why in qualifying series, you do not have just one or two matches, you have a series of matches. And if you do not get it right, there are still more games for you to go into and perhaps fix what you did not do right in your previous matches.
And of course, for Sia, we're hoping that South Africa will pick the win in the next game and start earning those 3 points that they deserve to ensure qualification for the next AFCON tournament. Thank you very much, Sia. I wouldn't want to ask you for predictions now, so we'll keep it. We'll keep it until maybe after the game. We will now have your own reaction. Maybe you have your prediction in your mind, then after the game, I'll ask you what you actually predicted before that game. But thank you very much, Sia, for joining.